dead next Schneiderwine as he's got himself to the front. It is the green helmet colour of Maik Groen that's slotted into second place. Down the back straight they go, and Schneiderwine has got the bit between his teeth in this one. He's looking for maximum points from this one. He leads as they come past me. Maik Groen in second. Shane Parker is up in third place at the moment. Shane quickly getting used to the circuit as they go down the back straight. I think that's the blue helmet colour of Stephan Katt that's trying to stay close to his back wheel. It is the Czech Republic's dead next Schneiderwine who leads quite comfortably at the moment. Still that battle raging for third place. Maik Groen looks comfortable in second. Shane Parker under all sorts of pressure from and Shane still does have that third place, but again Katt tries to get in as they go into that top turn. Down the back straight we go. This completes the qualifying rides for all of these riders as they come to the checkered flag. Then it'll be a case of watching how the points have developed. Of race 22, it's leg 11. We start from the top. The rider in green, number 1, Maik Groen, 4 points. In blue, number 3, Stephan Katt, 2 points. In red, number 6, Andrew Appleton, no score. Down a bit further, of course, no visit to the track for number 15, Uppy Boss. 5 maximum points to number 16, Zednek Schneiderwine. 1 point to the rider in yellow, Sturg Subak. And 3 points to the reserve, number 19, Shane Parker. We have a change in race 23. There is no Bernd Diener. Of course, we saw Bernd being taken away by the ambulance. So his place will be taken by Anthony Suave. Taken by Anthony Suave. So both the reserves getting a ride in these last legs. Number 7 in your program, Robert Barth, leading the World Longtrack for 2003, leads this particular heat as he goes down the back straight in second, third, fourth. But as they come off that bottom turn, they start to sort themselves out. Robert Barth. Theo Pijper is in second place at the moment. Enrico Jan-Oscar is in there. He was in third, I was going to say. And that is taken by the green helmet colour of Gerd Riss. Jan-Oscar comes back at him. Gerd Riss trying to hold an inside line this time. We've seen him go right out on the outside. Barth still there in first place. It is number 9, Enrico Jan-Oscar, that's going well in second place. Theo Pijper dropping back. Gerd Riss still there in fourth place. Now, will he go back to riding the outside? He has indeed done that, and Gerd Riss flies around the outside of Theo Pijper. Well, he gets up in a third. Pijper comes back at him, and both of them pass Jan-Oscar at the same time as they go into that top bend. Oh, Jan-Oscar is forced to go wide as they come off that bend, and Gerd Riss has got himself up into second place. Theo Pijper back in third, and as the checkered flag is made out for gets the win. Gerd Riss, Pijper in third, and after that tremendous start, Enrico Jan-Oscar is back in fourth place. wanted to get a second ride for the national runners, so they've quickly come out. This is race 11 in your program, going back to page 11. And these are the national support class as they go into that bottom turn for the time. That's Lewis Denham by the look of it on the inside, Mitch Godden on the outside. And Mitch Godden and Lewis Denham. Martyn Sturgeon is the other rider that's in that group of three that broke away from the rest of the field. So as they go down the back straight, Mitch Godden it is that's leading. Lewis Denham again looking to have an attack though as they go into this pit bend. Martyn Sturgeon has to go wide. And down past me they come for the third time. Lewis Denham on the inside, moves through. Mitch Godden has to give way and go wide. He tries to come back at it though as Lewis ties it up a little bit coming out of that turn. See Mitch Godden come out and show that the track was rideable earlier on this afternoon. But Lewis Denham is getting it from him at the moment. He's been standing around all afternoon, eager to get out there. And when he has got out there, he's riding tremendously well. As he goes down the back straight, Mitch Godden again chases after him in that second spot. But it's a good ride from Lewis Denham. Round the pit bend he comes for the last time. He'll see the checkered flag. Remind you, this is race 11 in your program. Lewis picks it up in the air. Mitch Godden in second, Martyn Sturgeon in third. And winning the battle of the rest of the field. 1-2-1, Daniel Winston. To give you that last qualifying ride, race 23 in your program of the World Longtrack. The white helmet colour of Theo Pijper, 3 points. No points for the yellow helmet colour for Diener. 5 points for the blue helmet colour of Robert Barth on the 7. 2 points. Alright, this looks to be race 12 in your program because I'm seeing Miles Simmons out there. This obviously is the second ride for the sidecars and second qualifying heats as they get underway and come past me for the first time. On the inside I can see number 17 Dave Steer moving through. Number 84 Darren Treloar and Justin Playstead on the outside of them. They've gone for the outside line and look to be making the best of it as they go down the back straight, fly into this top turn. Well, the Australians getting used to this Tunbridge circuit. I think this is the third time we've seen them here. They won the Bonfire Brown Up last year. They came back for the first round of the Super Cup, but Dave Steer's getting very close to Darren Treloar. Into the pit bend they go. Dave Steer on the inside, looks to get a better, quicker line round the bends. Darren Treloar going very, very wide. He's got a lot of drive as he gets into the centre of the bend. I think it's a much cleaner line this time. One more lap to go. Dave Steer and Simon Beanie, though, give them a good run for their money as they go into that last lap as they go past us and down the back straight. Miles Simmons still sitting there in third, and there's a heck of a scrap going on for 4th, 5th and 6th. But as we look to the front and we see the checkered flag, it's a win for Darren Treloar and Justin Playstead. Dave Steer obviously getting second. And wait for the lap scorers to sort out who it is that got 4th, 5th and 6th. It was the solo support race. And from the very top, number 7 had 4 points. Number 9, 8 points. Number 10, 0. Number 15, 6. Number 81, maximum 10 points. Number 83, 0. 1215, 1530. The winning time was 1:30.27. 1:30.27, 54.47. That was race 11. Race 12, the first of the sidecars. From the very top, number 5, nothing. Number 9, 4 points. Number 17, 5 points. Number 57, 1. Number 84, 7. Number 92, 0. Number 51, 3. And number 6, 2. 55.93. 55.93. 127.91 winning time. We're with race 13. It's already on the line. everybody, and he's got there in front as he goes into that first turn. Well, down the back straight they go, and it's Ivor Matthews they got with them, and indeed Ivor Matthews flies through on the inside. Well, it all gets very, very close in that second turn, but Ivor Matthews has come out better of it. John Halsey and Jason Glennie in second. Duncan Tolhurst, who had a win first time out, is in there in third place. They're all staying clear of the dust at the moment, but it is Duncan that's in that third spot. John Halsey chasing after Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace. Into the bottom turn they go for the second time, and those two are starting to break away a little bit. Duncan trying desperately to stay in touch with them. John Hiscock, number 184, and Nick Walters still there in fourth place. Chasing after Duncan Tolhurst. And Ian Lee Amos is the other outfit that's there, but it's Ivor Matthews that's setting the pace. Into this top turn they go for the third time. It's last lap flag, and John Halsey and Jason Glennie are getting closer. Well, they've closed right up on Ivor Matthews as they go into this pit bend for the last time. Where is the drive going to be going down the back straight? Ivor goes slightly wide. John has got the speed going down the back straight, or has he? Ivor Matthews tries to close the door. He's keeping it deep. John Halsey sees a gap on the inside. He tries to go for it. It's going to be close to the line. Oh, indeed, it did end up very, very close indeed. So we'll wait for the official result on that one. As we look down the points, it's number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Close to the line, but 5 points for second place. Number 15, Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace, maximum 7 points. Number 62, Mick Turrell and Tony Baisby, 0. Number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen, 4 points. Number 183, Ian Lee Amos and Paul Phillips, 2. Number 184, John Hiscock and Nick Walters, 3. The winning time was 128.06, 55.84. That's 128.06, 55.84. So you should have had for 13, 5, 15, 7, 62, 0, 74, 4, 83, 2, and, 1832, and 184, 3. Got going into the A final. The current leader, Robert Barth. The current second place, Kelvin Tatum. Third place, Gerd Riss. Fourth place, Paul Hurry. Now, they are joined by Matthias Kroger, who was a very indifferent competition. And he really could put the cat amongst the pigeons with the places overall with a good ride here this afternoon. But for the moment, we turn our attention to the C final. And Enrico Janoska comes to the line. Number 9 I can see on the outside in white and black. Number 17 is Schubach. He rides in green. Number 19 in white is of course Shane Parker. Number 10 in red. And it's roll loading. In yellow. Schubach's made a very good start, but right on the inside, the rider in red, Ralph Loading, has made the best of it. They all drink round the outside of it, though, as they come out of that first turn. He recovers well, gets himself back underneath to try and stay in third place. But I think that's the rider in white, number 19, Shane Parker, that's got the best of it. Number 19, Shane Parker, we've got the red light on. Can't see quite what's happened, but we've lost a rider on this pit.
Well, once again, the dust starting to pick up really bad in this C final, the World Longtrack. And Serge Schubert in the green helmet goes through the dust and suddenly realises he's going to go straight into the fence. And he gets into a right old tank slapper. But he got out a bit dazed, but he was okay, but not able to go back in the rerun.
In third place, but I think that's the rider in white, number 19, Shane Parker, that's got the best of it. Number 19, Shane Parker, we've got the red light on. Can't see quite what's happened, but we've lost a rider on this pit turn. They all... rider in red, number 10, Ralph Loading again has made a very good start. He's held it this time as well. He hasn't let them come past him this time as they go down the back straight. So it is number 10, Ralph Loading, that goes wide on this pit bend. They're all staying together. Andrew Appleton has come through on the inside. Andrew Appleton into the lead in front of Ralph Loading as they go into that top turn. Ralph Loading round the outside, but Andrew Appleton right there with him. Head down, those two starting to break away from the other two competitors. And Andrew Appleton is elected to go on a tight line on the inside. Now, most of the quick riders we've seen can go around the outside, but Andrew makes it pay. Oh, a terrific ride around that pit bend, and he's holding it again on this top bend. He's forcing Ralph Loading to go wide. He's got a very good line, Andrew Appleton. Drops into the pit bend, taking exactly the same line as he did last time. Slightly wider though, I think, and he's got a little bit quicker. One more lap to go. Together they go into this top turn. Ralph Loading takes over. He's just got the edge in front. Can Andrew Appleton come back in him as they go down the back straight? This is where he looks to get the quicker drive. And I'm sure he's going to elect to go on that inside again as they come into this last pit turn. The checkered flag is being raised. He's got a good line on the inside. It's going to be close. Indeed, if that was close, it was even closer for third and fourth. To your program, you should have in first place rider number 10, that's Ralph Loading. He gets credited with first place. Second place goes to number 6, Andrew Appleton. Third place goes to number 19, Shane Parker. Fourth place to number 9, Enrico Janoska. Fifth place is credited to Dirk Schubach, number 17. And sixth place credited to number 15. That, of course, is Mibos. We now look at the B final. And, of course, remind you that Bernd, number 5, will not be going. But we have got coming to the line Theo Pijper, Stephan Katt, Maik Groen has made a very good start on the inside. He gets boxed in on that first turn though. They all start to sort themselves out in that first turn. And then looks to me like the rider in white that's got away as they come down that back straight. Again being sorted out in the pit turn. It's very quick. And they're changing positions as they come off that first. It is Z-Next Schneider Wine that leads. I can see Z-Next leading as they go round that top bend. Thrown back in fourth place at the moment. The back going on for second, so we'll pick those two up for you as they come round past me this time. Wants maximum points from this B final. Number 3, Stephan Katt, is in second place at the moment. He's pursued by number 12, Brian Carger. And it's those two that are having the best of the scraps in that second and third place. As really Z-Next Schneiderwind has got away. Still the battle rages for that second place. Number 12, Brian Carger on the inside. Stephan Katt forced to go the wide line round that top bend. It's going to be checkered flag this time for them as they come to me. But off that bottom turn comes a very, very quick Z-Next Schneiderwind. He takes the win. It is Carger that takes the second place. And Theo Pijper back in perhaps fourth and Maik Groen fifth. Wait for the official result. The B final of the 2003 round 4 at Tunbridge. It was indeed a win for number 16, Z-Next Schneiderwind. Second place goes to number 12, Brian Carger. Third place, number 3, Stephan Katt. Fourth place, number 4, Theo Pijper. Fifth place, number 1, Maik Groen. And sixth place credited to number 5, Bernd Diener. That was the 5 competitors for the B final. The winning time was 125.36. 125.36. The average speed of 57.61. Robert Barth. We've got number 13, Kelvin Tatum, second in the overall tournament on 57.61. Tatum leads from Matthias Kroger. He's trying to come through on the inside. Looks for a line around that pit bend and get up in front. All those front runners. Kelvin Tatum that leads. Stephan has got through as well. He's gone up into possibly second. He sits in third at the moment. That's dropped Kroger back to fourth place. And it is the Frenchman Stephan through in second place at the moment. But right out in front, looking at maximum points at the moment. A gaggle of riders in second. Gerd Riss is trying to move through. Matthias Kroger on the inside trying to move through. The dust gets thicker on that top turn as Paul Hurry gets completely caught in the dust. There's a gaggle of riders for that second, third and fourth. They're fighting for the 20 and 18 points as they go into the whole. Barth has come through. Robert Barth comes through into second. As Riss is trying to stop him coming through, but as he goes down the back straight, Robert Barth takes over. And Robert Barth goes into second place as they come into the pit bend for the last time. Into the checkered flag they go. I'm sure he will be pleased with that, but a little bit disappointed that the rest of the riders couldn't keep Robert Barth back any further than second place. Oh, a tremendous recovery from this very experienced German rider, Robert Barth. He's defending this title, of course. He leads it at the moment, but he now knows that Kelvin Tatum is another 5 points closer. So after all the problems earlier on today, I'm sure that the riders themselves have been amazed at how many of you have indeed stayed behind to appreciate the World Championship round. Some tremendous riding, a great result for our very own Kelvin Tatum. He takes maximum 25 points. That, by my unofficial reckoning, moves him on to 77. And Robert Barth takes the second place. The official result of the A final for round 4 of the World Longtrack. A win for number 13 this afternoon, Kelvin Tatum. In second place, number 7, Robert Barth. In third place, number 14, Gerd Riss. In fourth place, number 8, Stephan Katt. In fifth place, number 2, Matthias Kroger. In sixth place, number 11, Paul Hurry. The winning time was 1:24.31, 58.32, the average speed. So 1:24.31, 58.32. We've already got the national runners up for the support race final. The clutch jumped in then.
Tunbridge Rex, they're excluded if he touches the tape. He doesn't
Excluded if you touch the tape?
Not in this race.
Oh, all sorts of problems for Lewis Denham. Not able to get that machinery going. Well, he gets it going, of course. I think there's a lot of you will probably be thinking that he is in with a chance of taking this support final. A lot of good riders out there with him, though.
It's Timmy.
Had a red flag up. Indeed, there is a red flag being shown. Trevor Banks has gone with him. Martyn Sturgeon I can see in there as well. Lewis Denham something into about 4th place, but I think that Trevor Banks has got the better of it. Trevor Banks flies down that back straight.
Third place at the moment. Look at Lewis Denham coming through though. He's right on the inside. He's 360 degrees round. Trevor Banks leading as he goes round that top bend.
Lewis comes flying through on the inside, but just as you can see, just catches Mitch Godden's back wheel with his back wheel, and that's what turns him over. Everyone thought Lewis just got it all wrong, but he didn't. It was quite a bad mistake really, but Lewis does push himself to the limit sometimes, which makes him the most exciting young rider around at the moment.
Decided to bring the sidecar final out, and coming to the line first of all from Australia, number 84, Darren Trelaw and Justin Playstead. When I spoke to them this morning for the video, they said, well, we missed out on the first round of the Super Cup. We are debating whether we will come back to defend the bonfire burn up. That of course is in November, a date not to be missed. And yes, they are thinking of coming back, but they're hoping that they can leave the UK this time with a win here at Tunbridge to make up for not winning that first round of the Super Cup. They were second, of course, to Matt from Marola that time. Joining them on the line, we've got number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. We've also got John Halsey and Jason Glennie, who, through consistency with the Super Cup, through all 4 rounds, they managed to take the overall title. A great ride earlier on, you might remember, from number 17, Dave Steer and Simon Beattie. They're on Speedway style machinery. Mention that the bibs that you've seen all afternoon with the numbers on in the World Longtrack were in fact sponsored by bike brokers, who really ought to be the phone call you're making if you want to get bike insurance. They've put a lot of money into the sport recently. They sponsored the Super Cup series for the sidecars. You'll see a lot of bike broker stickers on the sidecar outfits. And this afternoon they also sponsored, on behalf of the ACU, the that slots into the lead as they go into that first turn, but he's under pressure. Well, as the desk has to clear, it's Ivor Matthews that's on the inside of him. Now we've seen Ivor have a great scrap with John Halsey and Jason Glennie in their last heat, and Ivor Matthews has been forced to go wide, tries to stay quick. Darren Trelaw and Justin Placid leading from Ivor Matthews. John Halsey is in third place at the moment. There's a bit of a gap though between second and third. John Halsey now starting to close that gap down. Down the back straight they go, and Darren Trelaw looks to be pulling away. He was in very determined mood this morning. He had a ride.
You can't believe what some of these guys do in the Grasstrack.
Absolutely amazing, a tremendous experience. And now he's back out on the sort of tracks he likes. This is what he's used to at home. Down the back straight they go. Looking very, very quick indeed. They don't look to be caught. Ivor Matthews tried everything he could in that first lap, but he's now seen the gap open up between first and second. Into the last lap they go. Darren Trelaw and Justin Placid. Will they be travelling back to Australia, their homeland, with yet another win under their belt as they go down the back straight in this, the last lap of the sidecar final. And into that last corner they go. Ivor Matthews sitting there in second. It's checkered flag for them this time. Darren Trelaw and Justin Placid take it. John Halsey and Jason Glennie crossing the line in second, I think, because no, it was Ivor Matthews in second. I lost him in the dust. I was too busy watching Duncan Tolhurst doing pirouettes down there on that bottom turn. Well, I really can't believe that. There's me thinking I was all disappointed that I had my money bet on two riders in the long track, and I got that completely wrong because I'll never bet on favourites. And then somebody asked me in the caravan here who's going to win the sidecar final. He put up a fiver, a rider that you might remember from many years ago, well, not too many years ago, I should say. So, well, comments here that Martyn Sturgeon is going to make a comeback on this racing scene, but he's just parting with a fiver for me. Thank you very much indeed. All the sidecar drivers come round. Whilst I've been saying all afternoon, you, the public, have been very, very patient this afternoon. Let's not forget that the support classes have been sitting there anxious to come out all afternoon, and they've now had their final. The win for Darren Trelaw and Justin Placid, number 84. In second place, number 15, Ivor Matthews and Mixed Days. Third place, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. And fourth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Nicky Owen. Fifth place goes to number 17, Dave Steer. And no finish there for number 9. 127.01 was the winning time. 127.01, 56.51 the average speed. As we now do turn our attention to the solo support final. Oh, we've still got the gates open on the far side. Trevor Banks has made the move. Trevor Banks it is that gets in front. Mitch Godden is there in second place. Martyn Sturgeon is third. But as they go down that back straight, it is Trevor Banks that's opening up. Trevor Banks pulling Mitch Godden along with him as they go into that pit bend.
Very quickly indeed. Mitch Godden trying a sider inside line.
Got it. Mitch again makes the move on the inside. Well, those two pulling away a little bit, but it's Trevor Banks that's got the better of it. Down the back straight he goes, and Mitch Godden can only chase after him as they go into this pit turn. The sun's still shining on that track, and as we see Trevor Banks leading, Mitch Godden very close to him. Martyn Sturgeon is the rider in third place on his own really at the moment. The question is, can Mitch Godden catch Trevor Banks? Again, he gets close to him as he goes into that pit bend.
But Trevor Banks looking to try and make this one his. One more lap to go for Trevor Banks.
Mitch Godden still there in second, he's not giving up. Martyn Sturgeon is still there in third, but it's Mitch that's doing the chasing. and it looks like Trevor Banks may well have done enough.
One more attempt then for Mitch as he goes tight on the inside of that tip bend. He knows that Trevor's been going wide. Oh, is Trevor quick enough? It looks like he was.
Both of them lift the wheels in the air as they pick grip up, but Trevor Banks takes it. So let's give you the official result then of the last race of the day. A win for number 2, Trevor Banks, in a winning time of 1:27.83, 55.98 the average speed. In second, Mitch Godden, number 9. In third place, number 15, Martyn Sturgeon. In fourth place, number 121, Daniel Winterton. So, fifth place there, number 50, who I will find is Bevan Gilbert Jarrett. Now he's in fifth place. So that is the concluding final of the support races. The sidecars that we've seen, the 1000cc, and we've also concluded round 4 of the FIM World Longtrack. It only remains for me to say that I appreciate so many of you persevering this afternoon. There was a lot of anxiety earlier on, a lot of confusion, a lot of discussion, a lot of opinions, but at the end of the day, we've got through all of the racing, and we have seen the gap close in this year's World Longtrack. It is still being led by the very talented German rider Robert Barth. By my unofficial reckoning, he moves on to 88 points overall. World round first, and then we will do the support presentations. So the sidecars and the top 3 in the solo support. If you can make your way over here as well. But if they can hear me over in the pits, we desperately need both Gerd and the Robert over here for the presentations. The awards are being handed out by our officials this afternoon, Mr. Frank Siegler, the referee, and Christian Bjorn, who's been our jury president. They've certainly not had a very easy day this afternoon. So let's start with third place, and a great competitor. I know he's been to this track before. I'm sure you'll welcome him back. Third place this afternoon overall. It was, of course, the flying Gerd Riss. And Gert, I know that I'm not going to take this interview through in German because I'm sure your English is a downside better than my German, but your return to Tunbridge, a very difficult one.
Yeah, today was a difficult day. my start was not the best, but I think I made a good fight. In the final heat I was first, second, and Robert passed me, but third place is not bad.
Well, not bad indeed. A great achievement this afternoon. Still a great competitor. Third place then in round 4, Gerd Riss. Well, you just heard, you said that he passed him during the final. The man that's leading this competition overall, yet again, he's defending the title. He's won rounds 1 and 2. He's second this afternoon, though, here at Tunbridge. It is, of course, the flying Robert Barth.
even try to translate what Robert was saying to the referee then, but I am going to try and grab a quick word because Robert and I, we've spoken many times in the past. You're leading this competition. It was a very tough day.
Yes, it was a very hard day. I can go at first in the final and pick, I think was the best starting gate, make a very good start. But Kelvin and Gerd comes from the inside and push me a little bit, and I go back to maybe 4 or 5 plays, and then I give all and I come in front of second, and I'm happy.
Well, I'm indeed pleased to hear that you are happy, but that gap has closed slightly, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm happy. I'm at the moment 12 points in front, and yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. So 2 weeks' time, Morissette. Second place this afternoon, Robert Barth. So it means that we call up on to first place here the winner of round 4 of the 2003 FIM World Longtrack Championships, our very own Mr. Kelvin Tatum. There was a lot of discussion earlier on today, a lot of hard racing. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, if I could ask you to be upstanding for the winner's national anthem, you know exactly which one it is. Well done, mate. Right, a very difficult day. I mean, I've just said to both these guys, really, it wasn't the best of conditions, it wasn't the best of atmospheres earlier on this afternoon, but great racing once it got going.
Yeah, it sure was tough. I think there was a stage there where I wasn't sure if the meeting was actually going to go ahead, and you know, in your mind you're thinking, crikey, you know, do you switch off or do you keep your concentration going? It was, and when it's such a long day, that's difficult to do. And I remember in my second race I was battling away there, and I sort of finished about 4th, I think, and I thought, crikey, you know, this is almost beyond the call of duty here this eve today. But I turned things around and won my last 3 rides, and delighted to win.
Well, absolutely, and I'm sure there's a lot of people here, as you've seen, they've stayed on late, they're delighted that you've won, there's still 2 rounds to go, still possibilities?
Yeah, it's simple for me, I've just got to keep winning. And
well, there's a lot of people here seem to agree with that statement that you can do that.
Yeah, you know, I had a poor round in Middle-off, and that put me out of the championship. Robert started on fire. I bounced back with 2 wins, but the bugger keeps nicking in there behind me, so it's making it hard work. But it's making the championship exciting. I hope that we can pull another big result out for Morissette. And who knows, but it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy, but well done indeed this afternoon. Let's give it a 1, 2, 3 again. In third, Gerd Riss. In second, Robert Barth. And our winner, Kelvin Tatum. Right, we've obviously got the presentation of the support rides, but you might be wondering what all the cameras are here today. I can tell you that we've got 2 different crews working on behalf of Sky Sports. So they will just do a quick interview and then we'll be back with you with the support crews. And we start with the solo support, and we start as always in reverse order. Welcome up on stage in third place, a great ride from Martyn Sturgeon.
he got fed up, gone home? I know he's got probably a long way to go. It is getting late. So we'll move on to second place then quickly, because there was a lot of debate even at the end of the day whether he was going to be allowed to go in the final, and I won't get into that one. I just say well done indeed. A great ride from second place, Mitch Godden. Well, I see they're still continuing to debate it, but Mitch, you're glad you got out there in the end.
I wanted to ride all day, from this morning, from lunchtime, from when me and Trevor did the demonstration. You know, we just wanted to race.
Well, absolutely, and I think you'll agree that you've got the support behind you. Of course, now what we've got to do is all rally round and get everybody here for the burn-up, haven't we?
Yeah, I think the biggest cheer should go for you lot out there, because you're still here, and it's nearly tomorrow. So well done, you guys.
Well done indeed, I support that 120%. Well done indeed, guys. So, we've got Mitch up here in second. Let's call up the guy that I keep calling up to give awards to. It is, of course, our own Trevor Banks. Oh, you keep going, Trevor. You still keep picking up the silverware.
Yeah, I just like to, it's Mitch that keeps me going, really. I just like have to go and show him the way around and...
So that's it, a bit of mental stuff, is it? And how many years? Another 20 years?
No, it's I enjoy it here today, and it was a bit dusty earlier on. The club did really well to get the track sorted out and keep the dust down. And I think towards the end there was some pretty good racing, and yeah, well done to the Tunbridge Club for sorting it all out and getting it on.
Well, absolutely, support that 100%, Trevor. Well done indeed. If you take your place up there on the rostrum, in third, Martyn Sturgeon, in second, Mitch Godden, but the overall winner in the support solo, Trevor Banks. Thanks, guys. We move on quickly to the sidecars, and I hope we've got all the crews over here, because we start in third place with our Super Cup champions, of course. In third this afternoon, John Halsey and Jason Rennie. Or are they in the beer tent already? Hope they've ordered one for me, that's for sure. Right, we'll move on quickly, because I don't know whether they've joined us over here. In second place, a hard-fought race, Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace. Oh, here comes Jason. Go on, Jace. There's some trophies to be picked up. He's in the shower. No, we're not presenting it to him over there. Well done indeed, Jace. Right, we got... Oh, Ivor's racing across here like a madman. You know, when all the arguments were going on about the World Longtrack, I did suggest down the bottom of the field there that perhaps we should forget the machinery and get all the riders out there to actually do the 400 metres or so. As I'm sure you can gather, it was treated with the contempt it deserved. Politely got told to get lost. Well done, guys. Second place this afternoon then, Ivor Matthews and Mick Stace. So, we need to call up here the winners of the sidecar support. It was, of course, that team all the way from Australia. Let's hope they're still here. It is, of course, Darren Trelaw and Justin Blaisted. And Darren, it's been a long day. I know you've been sitting there in the pits anxious to get out, but was that enough this afternoon to convince you to come back on the 2nd of November?
Yeah, there's no doubt I want to come back on the 2nd of November. There's just got a few things we've got to get over, a few hurdles. It's a long way, it's a lot of money, and you know, it's only one ride, but now we come over here for a Super Cup and we get a few rides in and we stay back a bit and do a few more. You know, we just love racing and love racing over here. It's good fun, and it was good to get a win here today. We sort of didn't get the win here at the Super Cup, and it would have been good to do it then, but you can't win all the time, and that's racing.
Well, it is racing, Darren, but I think, you know, I keep saying really that this is the sort of track that suits you. You're getting faster and faster around here.
Yeah, the track and the sides, no worries, but it's just trying to get the grip out there, you know. The tracks at home, we get a lot more grip and you don't have to worry about that. You just hold them on, and the harder you hold them on, the faster you go. So if that, you know, with the grip here, I reckon we'd really get going. But, you know, so the track how it is, you've got to make do and just set it up the best you can and do what you can.
Well, indeed, like I can quickly bring you in. Justin, enjoyed the trip over again this year?
Yeah, mate, it's been good. Couldn't wait to go home last year. Can't wait to stay this time.
And indeed, will you be coming back on the second?
We'll do our best.
Well, there we go. Good news indeed from the Australians, Darren Taylor and Justin Playson. Overall winners this afternoon for them by Ira Matthews and Mick Tate, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. What can I say? It's been a very long day. I think I've had everything from abuse, stupid suggestions, nonsense and all the rest of it this afternoon. I at one time was thinking I wanted to pack up and go home or just go into the beer tent. We've got through it. Well done indeed to all of you that have stayed. It's a tough, tough competition, and I think you'll agree that at the end of the day we have seen some fantastic racing and some very, very worthy winners. Hope I'm going to see you at a grass track soon.
They go, and those two laps together, John Halsey and Jason Glennie just get the way.
The inside though has made the best of it into that first. Kelvin Tatum's on the inside though, making the best of it. Right from the outside, we've got the rider into black and white. And I'm looking for Kroger, but certainly in the white helmet colour, but he's under pressure and he gets very, very close as they fly into that pit bend for the first time. Diener's going down, Bernd puts it down going into that pit. The first turn, he's round the outside of Uppy Boss as he comes down the inside, tries to work his way through, he's in second at the moment. Kelvin Tatum has got off the pressure from is in there, he was in third on the inside, moves through, Mitch Godden has to give way and go wide, third place, but I think that's the rider in white, number 19, Shane Barker has got the best of it, Barker has got the best of it, and has got the best of it, slightly wider though, I'm thinking he's got a little bit quicker, top turn. Well, the Australians getting used to this Tunbridge circuit. I think this is the third time we've seen them here. They won the Bonfire Brown up last year. Well, down the back straight they go, and it's Ivor Matthews they got with them, and indeed Ivor Matthews flies through on the inside. The rider in red, Ralph Loading, has made the best of it. They all bring round into the lead in front of Ralph Loading as they go into that top turn. Ralph Loading round the outside, and they're changing positions as they come off that road. Terrific ride around that pit bend. And he's holding it again on this top end. You know, we'll pick those two up for you as they come round past me this time. It's certainly trying to come through on the inside. Looks for a line round that pit bend and get up in front. All those front runners as they come past me. Get underway, and Robert Barth has made a good start on the outside. Kelvin Tatum, though, a better one on the inside. Kroger is right in there with him as well on the inside of him. But right out in front, looking at maximum points at the moment. The Kangaroo ride into that second, third and fourth. They're fighting for the 20 and 18 points as they go into the last turn. And Robert Barth goes into second place as they come into the pit bend for the last time. Into the second place they go. Into the lead as they go into that first turn, but he's under. Well, there's a dust to clear. It's Ivor Matthews that's on the inside of him. Now we've seen